So this is the end of the road for Winter Sun, and it's time to clean the white Pinter. Now stick around to the end because I'll be letting you know what's going to be next, or what's going to be going in next in the white Pinter, and it's going to be my first brew that I'm starting from zero. So we'll see how that turns out. It's the first time that I'm cleaning one of these, so bear with me, it could be a car crash. But if you do like the content here at Action Frank, then please do smash that like button because it really means a lot. Okay, so let's open her up. Take off this plate here. Take off the handle. And then just check that the pressure valve is on. So yeah, it's on 5, so that's fine. So I put some hot water in there with some fairy liquid, and I'm going to take off the cap. Like so, and just plop that in there. Let that soak. And then I'm going to take off the tap. It's a bit grimy. I'll fill this up with some hot water, which is about half full of hot water, and I've just got this microfiber cloth. I'm just going to get in there and make sure all of the surfaces are wiped down to get rid of any bits that are clogged up in there. So that's had a good clean with my microfiber cloth. I'm going to take off the hopper valve, I guess. Just pop that into the soapy water. I'm going to set the dial to off, so water's going to be running through the main valve here. And again, I'm going to just fill her up and let some water just pass through the valve. Now, while water's running through this valve, the pressure valve, I'm going to also just press into the hopper just to let some water run through the hopping chamber. You could use the hopper cap or hopper plug, but I'm just going to use my fingers just to press it down, and then again I'm just going to pour out the rest of the water. So onto the loose bits that have been sitting and soaking in this soapy water. We've got the hopper valve. Next we've got the cap, and when we take this off, you can see here that there's some grime in there, so you want to make sure this gets a real good clean. And you want to make sure you press down on the valve to lift it up, and again just let some water run through there. So she's good to go. And now the fun part. At this point you want to make sure that your hose isn't pinched, because this is one of the common problems we have with the Pinter 2, where the hose gets pinched. But that looks good to me. And then to open it, you push down here, and it's important that when you open it and you rinse it off, you make sure that you don't start twisting the two parts, because you want to make sure that these remain in the same position that they were in before you took this apart. So let's have a look. Now the last thing you want to do is just run some water in there. So there's a little hole there, and this is where it can get a bit messy, but you just want a little trickle, and then just hold that up to the tap. Okay, so once you've got some good pressure there, you can then just increase the water flow and just make sure that the inside of the pipe's nice and clean. Now, Pinter recommend that you don't put this back together unless you're going to be doing a brew, but we are going to be doing a brew straight after this. So, thanks for watching, and I'll pop you back to the studio so you can see what's going to be coming next on our brew. Cheers! So there we go, she's nice and clean. So I did promise you that I'd let you know what I'm going to be brewing next, and I'm going for the Four Seasons. This is one of the P1 brews. I think they renamed it, I'm not quite sure why, to be honest. And I'll be honest, the main reason I'm doing it is because it doesn't get a lot of praise. Now, I don't know if it's a bad brew or whether it's, why it's not very popular, I'm not sure. Because I'm going to be brewing on zero, I didn't want to pick something like Stars and Stripes or Space Hopper or Winter Sun, or one of the better brews that I'm kind of really looking forward to. So unfortunately, Four Seasons has got the short straw. Anyway, if you want to see the playlist for Winter Sun, I'll click it, I'll put it up there. And if you want to see what's next from Action Frank, and I'll put a card up there. Thanks for watching. Cheers.